What's going on, guys? It's your boy Ryan Brower. Welcome back to Sector for Nerds. I hope you guys are all having an amazing day. And right now, we are about to do a discussion video about which of these two games was better. So let's talk about it. So first up, I want to talk about some of the game mechanics and stuff before we get into like the story elements and which games I thought better. So to start out, I just want to say that the lightsaber combat, as far as which game was better, I believe Jedi Alliance had the better combat. Even though it did look, like realistically, like you wouldn't necessarily attack an enemy, in one-on-one combat. You'd be, especially as a Jedi, you'd be fighting multiple enemies at the same time, which is something that Republic Heroes did. But one of the big problems that I had with that was like the whole targeting system and stuff, because like it felt like I was tapping on the screen so many times. Like y'all would see, I'd just be spamming the thing and it'd be crazy hectic stuff. Boss battles. This was another thing that Jedi Alliance thrived in. As far as which game did the better boss battles, I think that there was a balance between both, where you had like, the first mission you'd fight a bunch of Night Sisters, and then the next one you'd fight a giant slug monster, and then you'd fight Ventress, and there were, not that there were boss battles every mission, but you had them, and I think they were pretty well balanced out, and especially that finale level where you fight, Sai Surku, Dooku, and Ventress, so that I thought that was pretty cool. Republic Heroes, it felt like there was a big disconnect with boss battles, because the first mission there was no boss battle. The second one, you fight Grievous, but then it's like you go like, I think it was like 6 or 7 episodes without any boss battles, and then you finally fight Tesca, and then you fight that droid, which I did look, and it is the same droid from the Rusan Moon episode in the game, that is. So yeah, that was fairly confusing. And then you fight Grievous in like the finale level, which was the big boss battle at the end. So yeah, and I wasn't a big fan of the way that Republic Heroes did their boss battles, if you know what I'm saying, because especially when I was playing as, whenever I was facing Grievous, you'd have to attack him, and then you'd have to get out of the way, because otherwise he'd attack you. And sometimes when you'd attack him and you tried to move your character away from him, the character wouldn't move, and so then Grievous would strike you, and then once you get struck by Grievous, there's no escaping it, and then like 2 strikes later, you're dead. So that was a big frustration that I had as far as that game goes. I thought Jedi Alliance, the boss battles, especially with that first Ventress fight, it was fairly confusing on how to beat her, but then once I figured it out, I was like, oh, okay, this isn't that bad. So yeah, and then also another thing that I very much, as far as like the music in the games were phenomenal, because it was stuff that was taken from the Clone Wars episodes. One more thing I want to touch on with gameplay mechanics and everything is the camera work on Republic Heroes, because if y'all saw, like, a lot of the time I was complaining about the camera and stuff and why it wouldn't move along with the characters, and in that, like, one of the first missions that was in that game where you're on Ryloth, you have to get Obi-Wan to the same spot where Ahsoka is, because you guys you got to access these panels together. It's got to be 2 people, and I wasn't sure how to get Obi-Wan to the spot where Ahsoka was. So it turns out then it was just like you had to like move your character like right up to the edge of the spot where you're supposed to go, and then the camera finally turned. So yeah, that just, I was not a fan of that, and after that level I was very deeply frustrated by that. I'm trying to remember, I don't think I really had that many camera issues with Jedi Alliance. I think that one was all good. But yeah, I mean, Republic Heroes for the and I get their DS games, but if I'm being honest and gonna criticize it, then yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. Into the stories themselves, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, because I always am. My favorite of the 2 games was, I feel like it was almost easily Jedi Alliance, because of the story. And let me kind of explain why. So for me, when I was playing Jedi Alliance, I loved, first of all, I loved the idea of having a story about, more than just the Republic versus the Separatists. It was more, you had a lot of, like, stuff with the Night Sisters in there, and there were all these different moving parts with that. And then, I felt like I was always invested in where we were going to be going next and everything and how the story was going to progress. And it usually always did. Even the Christopsis level with 3PO and R2, which was mostly just filler, but you did have that ending where it showed stuff from the Setawan and then Dooku was there. So it wasn't necessarily all, like the level itself was filler, but there were still moving elements to the story. So I did enjoy that. I can't say the same for Republic Heroes because it just felt like, especially in the middle, it was, I don't want to say filler, but it did feel like filler because it felt like all of the middle missions, it was like, after the whole thing with Cad Bane, which I thought was great. But then it was like, Cad Bane's information is leading here. Then Cad Bane's information is leading here. But we were never getting anything out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like it was just, we were kind of standing still in one spot for a little bit. I don't think anything really progressed until like the final few missions of the game. You know what I'm saying? And just of itself too, the whole idea of like Grievous and a super weapon and stuff, it's basically Republic versus Separatists, and it wasn't something that necessarily excited me. And then it just really confused me with that droid at the end there. And I think I don't remember what he's from, if that's like supposed to be a droid design for like a different Star Wars thing or something. I don't remember. But just like for me, that was a really huge disconnect. And it's like, well, wait, why am I not fighting Grievous? Like, isn't he supposed to be the one who's behind all this, right? And so yeah, I wasn't a fan of that. Jedi Alliance, what I enjoyed so much there was just how the story, like before and after every mission, you had like cutscenes of what was going on. And what was cool even about that was that like you could choose which Jedi you wanted to go with you on what mission. Like that to me was awesome. And especially since a lot of the characters too had their own bits of dialogue with each other, especially when Obi-Wan's all like, don't tell me you're afraid of a little Walder, Anakin. You know what I'm saying? So like each of the characters had their own bit of dialogue with other characters. So I thought that was a great addition to the story. And then like, I did enjoy getting to play as the clones in Republic Heroes. I thought that was pretty good. But I don't think that like having clones in there, I mean, it was fun gameplay wise, but I think story wise, I'm not sure what it all progressed, if anything. But yeah, with Jedi Alliance, like being able to choose which characters you want to go with you on each mission, and then like let's say, if you have two Jedi, like Obi-Wan and Anakin on Rhodia, and you have another mission coming up for Coruscant, you can't choose them because in the story they are on Ryloth. So now you've got to choose two other Jedi to play as. So I really liked that concept. And I did enjoy the concept of having a story with, certain Jedi being at certain places in Republic Heroes. I did enjoy that, especially since I got to play as other people that I didn't always get to play as in Jedi Alliance. So like Luminara, and then obviously like, all the clones like Captain Rex and I think Commander Grease. So yeah, all of that was really good. The Jedi Alliance series that we did was 9 episodes. So there were like, because we did one mission per episode. So with Jedi Alliance, it was 9 missions. Republic Heroes, it was 14. And I felt like I said, with Jedi Alliance, I felt like there was a consistent story that was being told that didn't really have much filler in it. Whereas like some of the stuff in Republic Heroes, I felt like it could have just been taken out. You know what I'm saying? Or like decrease take it out, decrease the amount of missions that you have. Right. So yeah, like I said, between all of the gameplay mechanics, the story, just Jedi Alliance was by far the superior game. Not that I didn't enjoy playing Republic Heroes, but like when I was playing Jedi Alliance, like that was, I think, the best time that I had like recording content was those episodes. Like, and at Republic Heroes I was pretty psyched at first, but then like once I started getting into like some of the missions in the middle, like I was still, you know, excited to play it, but like my excitement wasn't up here like it normally is, right? It was more kind of like in the middle, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, and then just one more thing before I end this video and stop rambling. I just want to say, like, as far as like what it was like creating these videos and stuff, like I think the best part about it for both games, that is, was just the longevity of the series that I did, because it kept giving you guys content to see, and it was consistent content, I think, most of it. And being able to record stuff ahead of time for this was just absolutely brilliant, because what I usually did was I'd sit down and I'd record like two or three episodes at a time, and then I would, throughout the week, I would post them, so that way I wasn't always, you know, it saved me time, especially since I've, you know, especially during, you know, school now, I've been so busy, so that was so good for me to do with Republic Heroes. With Jedi Alliance, I remember, like, I ended up going on, like, a week-long vacation in California, and that was where I went to Galaxy's Edge and stuff, and if you guys haven't seen any of those videos yet, you should check them out, because it's really good stuff. But what I did that week was before I left, I recorded like 2 or 3 episodes of Jedi Alliance, and then throughout the week as I was there, like fortunately I had internet and I was able to post them, so that was really amazing to know that like I didn't have to worry about recording content while I was on vacation. So yeah, for that, I really enjoyed that. And then obviously with Republic Heroes, with me being in school right now and working and all this other stuff, it's like it's just so convenient to be able to record content by myself in a, you know, consistent thing where I'd, you know, record 3 or 4 episodes at a time, because as you guys have kind of noticed lately on this channel, it's just been me, because, you know, as I am the host of this channel and stuff, and you know, I've been trying to do things with Chris and with Caleb, but like our schedules are always so different, and like it makes it hard. So trust me, like they're gonna be back on the channel eventually, and like there's gonna be more content with them. So if you guys are missing them, like they're gonna be back at some point. Hopefully, you know, we'll start getting up more content pretty soon. You know, like I said, with school and everything, it like I think the only reason I've been able to post as much content as I have as of late is because of Republic Heroes, because that was something that I was able to do on my own, whereas like a lot of the things that I like to do with this channel are discussion videos like this, and most of the time when I'm doing discussion videos, I like to do them with someone because I feel like it's more entertaining that way to have multiple perspectives on things. But unfortunately, that hasn't been able to happen yet for a little while now. So hopefully, you know, that'll change soon. And you know, with Mandalorian coming up and Clone Wars Season 7 and Rise of Skywalker, like there's going to be plenty of stuff to talk about. So I'm very much looking forward to all of that. Now, one more thing before I go, and I know I've been rambling on long enough, so I apologize for that. But I just wanted to tell you guys thank you, especially for the Jedi Alliance videos. Like, the support that you guys have shown on those videos has been just, it's been mind-blowing to me. Like, I never thought that my most popular videos on my channel would just be me playing a DS game, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, each of my videos, of my Jedi Alliance videos, have over 150 views, which is, excuse me, is a lot more than I normally get on videos. And, like, 4 of my top 5 videos on this channel are Jedi Alliance videos, which I think, like, the other one is Chris versus Jacob. But, like, my first Jedi Alliance episode right now, at least at the time of this recording, has a little over 500 views, which is crazy. But then what's even crazier to me is that the finale episode has over 700 views. It's like, whoa, like I genuinely did not see this coming, you guys. So just thank you for supporting those videos, for those who have watched it, because it's, you know, and those numbers can only go higher. So for that, Thank you guys. So, you know what? I think I've rambled on long enough now, as I usually do best at. So thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time.